Put a little bit of the rub, nigga, I gotta be safe.
Let's get to sports talk.
Quarter of the way into the NBA season, which means a lot of teams have a pretty good idea of who they are right now. The Bucks are the beasts of the East, right? The Heat are gritty. The Warriors are basically what would happen if a surgical hospital had a rec team. And then there are the Lakers, the well-oiled machine sitting atop the West at 19-3. 2 nights ago, LA walked into Denver and made the Nuggets All-NBA center look ordinary. Last night, LA competed the all-altitude back-to-back by drubbing Utah by 25 points in a game that, frankly, wasn't even that close. It was a resounding statement from a team determined to prove their early success wasn't just the result of their squishy schedule. But even more so, it was a great example of just why the Lakers are playing so well. They are getting the absolute best versions of nearly every player on the roster. Kyle Kuzma, who has had some middling outings of late, looked back in tune at the end of the first quarter. Bucket. And then at the end of the second quarter. Bucket. And then now, in the third quarter, can we get a little love for Dwight Howard? Because, oh yes, from 3, bucket! There you go. Talk about the best version of someone. Let's be honest, nothing about Dwight's last few seasons indicated he could be the X factor that he's become for LA. Yet he has been absolutely crucial to the Lakers' top 5 defense, and his attitude has just been tremendous. As for LeBron James, well, as much as he likes to play around with the hashtag wash...
Because Dwight's not asked to do so much. The first go-around with the Lakers, he was still a superstar then. He was asked to come in and help Kobe. This time around, he not asked to do a whole lot. Just do a little bit and everyone take care of the rest. Just come in and just do the job that we just need you to do, and that's just to protect the rim. And that's what he done. He don't have to do so much. He can just ease his way in on his team. He ain't asked to do a whole lot. So he just come in, grab rebounds, give him a few little points here and there, and protect the rim. That's what they asked him to come in and do. He know the role they asked him for, and he accepting it. When you got players that's willing to take that role, your team will be successful. Because the first time around, when he was in LA, he had to do a whole lot to help Kobe. This go around with Anthony Davis and LeBron, he not asked to come in and put up 30 and 14. He just asked to come in and just rebound the basketball, protect the rim.
King. The truth is that going into this season, he was still widely considered one of the top 2 or 3 basketball players on planet Earth and was expected to contend for MVP. But here is what we didn't know. We didn't know he'd be playing defense at a level we haven't consistently seen since his days in Miami. That LeBron has been able to pull that out of his bag as he's about to turn 35 has had reverberations throughout the roster, including several players whose own defensive games have been on the downswing in recent seasons, but have recommitted as they've seen LeBron do the same. And LeBron is also having fun. Last night we got this moment. No, see, you're supposed to bounce basketball. Kudos to the Jazz, who despite being, yes, obviously upset at the no call, did not demand that the game be replayed from that moment forward, so yay for them. And to LeBron for making light of it after.
I think I was ready to pass the ball, and my brain just I just had a malfunction. I really had a malfunction, so I feel bad for the refs on that one because, they probably get a write-up on that one. That was pretty bad.
LeBron also trying to have fun in this moment later in the game. Watch him get excited here for some strong Lakers defense. And guys, remember last year when LeBron was criticized for sitting, in some people's eyes, too far away from his teammates and being disengaged on the bench? Well, last night he was doing the opposite.
You know the referees don't get blamed for that. Like, he did get away with a travel, so of course they gonna go after the referees for not calling that. But the referees was set right there. They could have called it. And they gonna get blamed for it because they didn't call it. Like, you had a referee sit right there looking directly at him traveling. They ain't say nothing about it.
And yet still somehow caught criticism. Listen to Utah's announcers here.
Blocked by Kuzma, got it back. Big fella turns, in a crowd, continues to fight, blocked again. Look at LeBron, he's on the court. With no shoes, mind you. What is going on here? That's some disrespect right there. Please.
Guys, LeBron had his shoes off because he had taken them off and signed them for 2 children who he gave them to, which the announcers knew, by the way. They talked about it, and they apparently still thought that with his team up 20, with less than 3 minutes to go, LeBron should be, ready to sprint back into the game. Come on. The Lakers didn't need LeBron at that point, and they also didn't need Anthony Davis, who sat the entire fourth quarter after racking up 26 points on 9 of 11 shooting with 3 block shots. AD is another Laker who has been the best version of himself so far this season. He's getting a ton of buzz for Defensive Player of the Year.
He playing well because he know he have another superstar beside him that could take the load off of him. That's why he's the best version of himself, because he know it's a lot of help beside him. And the team they put around them, that he know if everything he want to do, now he can ease his way into dominating and protecting the rim and being a good defensive player. It's just like when you have another guy that could take that load off of you, it's a lot of burden off your shoulder. You ain't got to do a whole lot. And I think that's why his body began beat down, because he know he had to do so much when he was in New Orleans. He still could do a whole lot over here, but he know he had LeBron on the side of him, so he ain't got to worry about carrying this team. Because he have another guy beside him could carry the team if he off. If LeBron off, he know AD there to pick up the slack. It's just certain things about the players that you're around now. It's picking up. You can see the chemistry is flowing, everything on this team. Because everyone know what their role are. They know what they was brought to this team to do. There's a lot of players that play defense on this team. They know they was brought here to be defenders. There's a lot of three-point shooters that's on this team that know they was brought in to shoot threes. It's everything that had to fit with AD and LeBron, what they skill sets is. And you had to put the right players around them that fit everything they want to do.
An award he's never won. And when you watch him do stuff like this, you see why it is so deserved. We are a quarter of the way through the season, and the Lakers know who they are. They are the best version of this team. Or in other words, they are title contenders. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and